vote right now to weigh in. And in the meantime, for more on these products and what it means for the company, let's bring in Amish Shah, who's a managing partner at Sierra Maya 360, along with Alex Guana here, who's a senior research analyst at JMP Securities. Welcome to you both. Amish, we had a shareholder last hour who said he was going to be lightening his position in Apple from here. What about you? What are you going to do with the shares?
Sure, I've been bullish, Kelly, as you know, all year. I'm really excited about what's happening here. I mean, today, as you two would say, it's a beautiful day. Also, size matters. Let's talk about three revolutionary things that happened. We got the best phone that ever came out. We got an iWatch, which I've talked about before, which they call the Apple Watch. And then we got Apple Pay. We could go a little deeper into them, but these are two revolutionary things that is really going to take this stock into the atmosphere. So I'm really excited, very bullish about Apple.
In other words, you're going to increase your position. I mean, we're talking about shares trading at an all-time high, as you know better than anybody, 100 and change, even though they finally closed lower today. How confident are you in further gains from here, Amish?
I'm very confident. Apple is a long-term play. Apple is going to be a part of our life. Everything we do, right, from the home, from the car, to your wrist, and also everybody has a phone or uses the payment system now to check in at hotels, check in the airlines. So I will be increasing my position for the long term, yes.
Okay, Alex, what about you? Are you changing any price targets, recommendations on the stock, and where do you stand at the moment on it?
Well, Kelly, I think Amish is right about what went right for Apple today, but I think it's also fair to point out that there weren't really any surprises to point to. We knew the larger phones were coming. We knew Apple Pay was coming. We knew a watch was coming. If anything, there's a little bit of a disappointment here that we're not going to be getting the watch until the beginning of next year. So I think Apple is going to struggle a little bit with that critique that there's not enough innovation going on. But at the end of the day, Amish is right. They got the big things right. I do think the stock works higher from here, but no reason for JMP Securities to change its $135 price target.
You're at 135, Sharon. We just heard that Piper Jaffray's at 120.
Any cautionary signs, though? I mean, I wonder if there are anything that either of you see other than, yes, we know that these are product launches that were anticipated. Mobile payments is going to change the way that we do that type of business. But are there any things that some investors should be wary about?
Well, the only thing
competitors are always going to pop up.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, competitors are always going to pop up, right? We all know that Google's already been in the market. There's a ton of smartwatches that are already out there. We got 3 different kinds from Apple. So until the watch does come out with the watch kit, et cetera, it is hearsay. But I think it's going to be one of those revolutionary products like the iPad, iPhone, and the iPod. But we definitely got to look out for competition.
It is great. I mean, the Apple Watch now is the first smartwatch that we've seen on the market that we think is worth a look from a real consumer appeal standpoint, and having the payments along with it is a real plus for Apple. So let's say that there was some advances on the innovation, but it would have been nice to get some surprises today, maybe something on the Apple TV front, maybe other Internet of Things applications. But we did get a very solid iPhone 6 refresh, and we do have a very nice Apple Watch refresh on the table.
On the iPhone 6 refresh that you just mentioned, I feel like we've talked about all the new things, but not talked about the core of the business. You know, the bulk of people who own Apple iPhones still own Apple iPhone 4s. Do you think that this iPhone 6 is enough to get them to make the switch finally and to buy a new phone?
Alex?
Oh, well, certainly having the now 4.7 and 5.5-inch phones, that's a category where they've been entirely absent. It's one of the fastest growing aspects of the smartphone market. And let's not forget that China Mobile is turning on 4G services in China for the first time. Apple is doing a brilliant job of executing on the phone front. It's going to be available in 10 days. That's a really brilliant fast time to market that's going to put it a month ahead of Samsung. So that's all in the plus category for Apple and for some of their suppliers. Dominic was mentioning earlier, we like Skyworks for the LTE support in China that's going to be playing off that. Knowles, which is going to be part of the voice activation for the new watch and for the phones as well. So there's some derivative supplier names you can play off of this as well.
Sally?
Yeah, so good day for Tim Cook. What does it tell us about the post-Steve Jobs Apple, and can they really innovate the way they used to?
Amish?
Yeah, I think, you know, the best line I could give you here is we finally know what Apple's been cooking in the kitchen, right? And this has been going on for a long time, as Tim has said. And I think Steve is proud right now. You know, he's definitely dancing in his grave. And if he was alive right now, he would be really excited about everything that would happen today.
We got to go. And it looks like 51% of people are going to buy this Apple Watch. Alex, I just want to give you a chance to respond before we do.
Oh, well, Yeah, I don't know about dancing at this juncture. It'd be nice to have the watch in time for Christmas. Then we'd have a few more dancers out there. But yeah, it was a solid day for Apple. It's advancement like we've talked about. And it's nice to have the watch here, the first smartwatch that we think consumers will really line up to buy. So it's a good day for Apple. Could have been a great one.